This is, as you might guess, a Vault exclusive, hence the shirt. A couple of things I'm going to talk about today, not just typically a list of complaints, although some of these are complaints, but they fall into a couple of different categories, which I will highlight. The first is all the things I get offered in a week that people want me to promote on my channel. I get emails from people who say things like, "Dear sir, we are," and they name their company, "and we focus on this product and want to know if you want to feature these products on your channel, on your YouTube channel, on your social media, whatever you might have. But do you want to feature these products on your channel? We can send you samples if you want to do a video about our products." And I thought this was amusing because I get these every single day. Every single day. So for 1 week, I wrote down everything I was offered, including a company that wanted to know if I wanted to promote car lights. That is headlights for cars, turn signals for cars, light bulbs that go into cars. And if I could somehow work that into my videos, they would pay me. I turned them down. They also sent me an email, someone else did, asking me if I want to talk about fashion slippers. Fashion slippers. How about industrial lighting? Not car lights, not automotive lights, industrial lighting. Industrial lighting. Now, I got lights in the studio here. Don't know if they're industrial or not, but industrial lighting. Also, marine switches. Electrical switches for a marine environment. Is there some way that you might be able to work in to one of your videos that you got some marine switches and they're extremely high quality and they're great for a marine environment? Waterproof fasteners, waterproof industrial fasteners. You need things that, screws and bolts and rivets and so on that are waterproof. I could probably work those into the marine switches and the industrial lighting if I could come up with some product that used all of those. Okay, how about, these are all from the same company. I got an email from a company and it says, "We are," and they give the name of the company, "and we're in China, and we focus on one thing and one thing only. Our main product is an electric hot water bag." Now, I think they mean what we would call a hot water bottle, but I'm looking at photographs and it looks like a hot water bottle to me. But they say that that is their main product. That's what they focus on. Do you want to get some of these? We'll send you some samples for free. Feature them on your show, on your video channel, on your social media, whatever it is, and we'll pay you if you can feature our hot water bags. The very next day, I got an email signed by the same person from the same company, and they said, "We are here at this company, and we focus entirely on bathroom products." They've apparently, in one day, moved away from the water bags and moved on to bathroom products. And so I thought that was pretty funny that they would do that schizophrenic thing where they would literally the next day, as if they hadn't written me the day before, and say, "Oh, we specialize in bathroom products." Until the next day, they sent me an email that says, "We specialize in electric space heaters. We are in China at this company. We focus on electric space heaters." What about the water bags? What about the bathroom products? These people change specialties the way you and I change our socks, apparently. So that's what's going on. But I do get these things all the time from people asking me if I want to promote their products on my show. And of course, the answer is no. I've only done that once, and that's with Rock Rooster products, which I liked and actually felt I could get behind. But there's that. Now, I did get an email from somebody who got very confused and apparently angry. I'm reading from the tone of the email. When I mentioned that if you met somebody, such as myself, and I said, "I have a grade A widget for sale. Do you want to buy it?" He said, "Yes." And you bought it from me and you paid me a fair price for a grade A widget. You took it to a widget expert who goes, "That's not even grade B. It's a grade C. It's worthless. It's worthless. You got ripped off." I pointed out that the person who bought it from me, besides being able to sue me for fraud or misrepresentation, could also sue me for breach of warranty because I had promised it was a grade A widget. And under the Uniform Commercial Code, statements made by the seller that are objective in nature, that speak the basis of the bargain, become warranties. And I said that, and I said that, and I thought that was pretty clear, and I moved on. And I got an email from a guy who says, "Steve, I've got a problem with your video. You preach a lot about a car salesman that tells you anything to get you to buy the car, but if it's not in writing, then oh well." Then you say you sold a Class C widget as a Class A widget, and that's a warranty. Not if it's not in writing. When the guy comes back to complain, you said it was a Class A widget. Oh, well. My point is that you implied, just because you said it was a Class A widget, that it's a warranty. But it can't be. So I'm sure that the bottle of Texas Pete's hot sauce is right on the bottle where it's made. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. And he signed it. And I wrote him back and he never responded to me. But the weird part is I'm completely right. 100% right. And some of you may have caught that already. Because he's missing two things. One of which is he says that if it's not in writing, then oh well. But it can't be because it's not in writing. Who said the warranty's got to be in writing? Doesn't have to be in writing. Warranties can come into existence in a variety of ways, including spoken. I can say a warranty to you. And if you rely on that to buy the product, the widget from me, then you can say that was a warranty. He told me Class A. He told me. Now, some of you might go, but Steve, I think I know what he's getting at. But let me back up first to him saying, he goes, you preach a lot. You preach. First of all, I don't preach. I do not preach. I'm an attorney, and one of my specialties in the very, very narrow field of law that I spend most of my time in is the Uniform Commercial Code. And when I tell you what the code says, I'm not preaching. I'm simply telling you what the code says. So if I tell you the code says this, if you want to believe me, great. If you don't want to believe me, I don't care. It still says it. Your refusal to believe what the law says doesn't change the law. And that's actually where a lot of people get in trouble. They think, well, I don't care what that says. I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, the UCC says that a warranty can come into existence orally or verbally. Therefore, it doesn't need to be in writing. So I'm not preaching, my friend. I'm simply explaining the law. But he says, if it's not in writing, then oh well, because it can't be a warranty if it's not in writing. I never said that. I never said that. Now, there are some things required to be in writing by the UCC. Those are disclaimers of warranty. So if somebody gives you a warranty and then they later want to say it was disclaimed, you've got to show where it was disclaimed. And by the way, we're talking about implied warranties in that case. So implied warranty of merchantability, implied warranty of fitness for a particular purpose. Those can be disclaimed in writing. However, the idea that a car salesman can say anything they want and get away with it, you might say, Steve, how is that possible then? What they say would be a warranty. The reason that is twofold. Number one, 99% of what a car salesman tells you is puffery. This is a great car. That's not a warranty. That couldn't be a warranty. What's a great car? How do you measure the greatness of a car? Okay, this car runs good. What does it mean that it runs good? What does that mean? It's sales puffery. The UCC specifically says that sales puffery is not a warranty. Okay? Number one. Number two, most car dealers, especially all of them in Michigan, when they sell you a used car, say right on the purchase agreement, verbal statements of the salesman are not binding on the dealer unless reduced to writing here. So you might say, Steve, wait a second. Are you saying that they can make you a verbal warranty and it's disclaimed in the writing of the document? Doesn't that kind of mean that the verbal statement is not a warranty? Well, here's the thing. You could make that argument, but I've never seen a judge buy it. I've never seen a judge buy it in 31 years. Because what always happens is salesman tells somebody something. This is a great car. Little old lady drove it only on Sundays. You buy the car, it's a piece of junk, and you discover it's owned by a man. Now, little old lady is objective. That would be a woman. And it was owned by a man, and there was no woman who ever drove that car. Could you argue that the statement was only driven on Sundays by a little old lady when we know that statement's not true? Well, you go into court and argue, and first thing the salesman's going to go, I never said that. You go, I've got witnesses. They're going to say, well, you signed a document stating right here you're not relying on anything that man said. It's really, really hard to get out of that. It's really hard to get out of that document that you signed saying, I am not relying on anything said by them. Okay? So the reason that the dealerships get away with it is, number one, most of it's puffery. Most of it is puffery. But number two, they have a thing that says verbal statements of the salesman aren't binding on us. So even if it was a potential warranty, the disclaimer in writing saying nothing they say is a warranty, most courts, and I would venture to say all courts, but there could be some wacky court that won't. Most courts are going to go, that's too bad. You shouldn't have signed that document acknowledging there were no warranties when in fact you now want to say there was a warranty. Okay? So I never said a warranty must be in writing, and there is no law anywhere that says that the warranties we're talking about need to be in writing. And purposely said the warranties we're talking about, because someone's going to go, Steve, I found a warranty that needs to be in writing. Not going there today. I'm simply talking about the man who accused me of preaching and thought maybe he confused me with the law. I suspect he's a car salesman or he knows a car salesman. So we'll leave it at that. And then finally, I got to tell you about two things that happened in response to my video going up about my Viper. I took my Viper out on the weekend and the odometer rolled over to 10,000 miles, and I said I filmed it and I shot a little film. Did very well. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people enjoyed it. Posted it on Facebook. And I got 2 responses on Facebook to my video that I was shocked by. Well, the shocked by one, a little annoyed by the other. So I'll go to the annoying one first. Somebody goes, hey, Steve, it's illegal to drive a car with handheld devices in your hand. And I said at the beginning of the video, hey, everybody, I looked at the camera and said, I'm driving my car today. And I even called out all 3 cameras. I said, there's a camera on the windshield facing forward, camera on the inside windshield facing me, and a handheld camera. Not in my hand, in someone else's hand. And you can see clearly that it's someone else's hand because quite often in the video, I'm driving left-hand steering wheel, right-hand shifter, car's got a clutch, and occasionally the camera person holding the camera, their hand will occasionally lean over far enough where you can see it in the shot from the inside windshield camera. And a guy said, something to the effect of, you're an attorney, you should know better than to be driving along shooting video like that. And passengers can hold stuff all day long. Now you might say, but Steve, I caught in there how at one point in time, there's a handheld camera and a camera phone goes in and takes a snapshot of the odometer. How'd that work? It worked just like how I'm showing you right now. And you don't know this, but I'll tell you that when I edited the video, the handheld portion of the odometer was wildly out of frame. Luckily, it got caught on frame, but the photograph from the camera came up beautifully, but also had to be recentered. It was way off center. And so to reach over and do those 2 things only takes 2 hands. I've got 2 with which I'm driving. Camera person's got 2 with which they're camera-ing. So is it illegal to ride in a car with handheld devices in your hand? As a passenger, no, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know why people like to jump on those things. But then, and I'm going to have to do a lot of bleeping here, but I don't think I can tell the story properly without actually saying the word. So I am going to, in essence, bleep out a word. I'm going to leave in a part of it and just chop out the audio for the rest of it. I hope it doesn't get too annoying. But underneath the video was a whole string of comments, very, very nice comments. People, Steve, thank you for this. Love the video, love the car. Have fun, please shoot more, that kind of thing. A guy who is allegedly a friend of mine on Facebook, because I've got a couple thousand friends who've said, Steve, I want to be your friend, and I friend them. Never heard from this guy before, but he's a friend of mine on Facebook. Underneath the video, taking the Viper for a drive, his comment was, look at this stupid driving his Viper. Look at this stupid driving his Viper. And then some other nasty stuff. And for one thing, I didn't know that Facebook would let you put stuff up like that without putting something on it. I was surprised. I don't know why I assumed, because even YouTube, for instance, if you were to type that in response to one of the videos on YouTube, YouTube would flag it and they'd say, hey, Steve, this comment is here. It won't go up till you approve it because it uses one of the words that we don't want being bandied about too much with just the general public. But the question is, a guy who's gone out of his way to friend me, I presume he's somebody I don't know. I presume he's somebody who's seen my channel on YouTube. And if you've watched many of my videos on YouTube or seen my show on my television or anything like that, you know that occasionally I mention that car right there is a red Viper. That's a model, of course. But I have a car like that. I mention it from time to time, and it comes up, and I've shown these videos before. And for someone to friend me, and the response is, look at this stupid driving his Viper. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. So in case you're curious as to what I actually did do, because I know what I did, I deleted the comment because up to that point, the entire commentary had been nice. So I deleted his comment and I blocked him. So I don't know if he'll catch the fact that he's no longer my friend on Facebook. And quite frankly, I don't care. I didn't recognize his name. I'd never seen him comment before. But his one and only comment that he ever made to me, his friend on Facebook, was, look at this stupid driving his Viper. Okay. Not everyone gets it. But there you go. That's my Friday video. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.